Asbo is here. He's not happy about it. He wants to go and play with Teddy. Twitching. Mad, aren't you? Say hi. Say hi, Asbo. All right, you can go now. All right. Does everything dramatically, that one. All right, here is a question from Semois. My French accent, that's about as French as it gets for me. All right. Hi Tabitha, I wanted to ask you something about working during recovery. I'm working in shifts, early, late, night shifts, as a midwife in a big hospital. There are a lot of shifts where I just don't have any time to eat a proper meal. Sometimes it's hard to eat anything because I'm just running around and caring about the mothers giving birth. I know it's not my eating disorder holding me back from eating because my co-workers don't have time either. Do you have any tips on how to handle this? I love my job and I really like what I'm doing and I do not want to stop it, but somehow it's crashing my recovery. And on days off, I'm not able to then eat all I've missed out on the other days. Well, what I would do, if you can, is I would take a couple of weeks holiday from work. And I would use that time to get yourself in recovery so that you're doing unrestricted eating, so that you're really slamming it in those couple of weeks or however long that you can take off work. And then when you go back to work, you'll be in recovery, because I think that the problem is right now is that you're not really in recovery. And then when you go back to work, you sort of need to take those 2 weeks to frame a bit of a plan for yourself. Okay, so people are not able when they're on these shifts to sit down and eat a meal, but you could take Mars bars and Snickers bars with you, and on the way to the toilet, shove a chocolate bar in your face. You know, there is always a way to get food in your face. Believe me, I know that one. And so, but I think that you need a couple of weeks off first to get yourself actually in recovery and get it going before your brain will actually be able to see all of those opportunities that are likely there for eating whilst you're at work. And then also, as you mentioned, the times that you're not at work, then you really should be going above and beyond to making sure that you're eating. And you say that you're not able to. Well, actually what you mean by that is you're choosing not to, different things, but you're not really in recovery, are you? So I think that that's what I would do if I were you. You love your job, great. And it's needed, midwife, excellent job. What you got to do is I think you need to take a couple of weeks off and you need to get yourself going. In the occasion that you can't take a couple of weeks off, because I know these sorts of jobs can be difficult for just suddenly being like, hey boss, I need some time off. Well, you've got to then be able to sit down and look at it and sort of be like, okay, do I even need to take a couple of days off sick to get myself in recovery and then be able to actually go to work and do my job and do recovery at the same time? I do firmly believe that if you're in recovery and you're determined in recovery, that you can recover in any environment. So you can do this job and get enough food in if you really think about it and if you really make the effort. But I think that it's always best to take some time off to get yourself started at the very least. And for people that are able to take an extended time off, well, that's only going to be more helpful, isn't it? So I think time off when you can do it is always going to be the first and best option. But if you can't, hey, this is your life and you have to work out how to do this. The first thing you've got to do, though, is actually get yourself properly in recovery and stop saying things like, I'm not able to eat, because you are. You're just choosing not to. All right, bye.